Welcome to my vlog. I just came from a 5-day trip. Now back home, I attended a festival. I went to Croatia from Slovenia, where I live right now, from my village house, to a Salsa Festival, because I wanted to learn how to dance and I wanted to have some fun. And on this journey, 5-day journey, I also went to my family's camp, where I was able to stay in nature and sleep and train and swim and so on, right? I have had time for the last 5 days to think about what's happening in my life, what's the next step with my online coaching growth work that I'm doing, and I came to some nice recognitions, right? And in this vlog video I wanna cover it all with you here for my YouTube channel, so we're gonna go through this nice raw vlog together and discuss all sorts of ideas. A little relaxation sometimes is quite important, right? Because for the 5 last years or so, I've just been on the go all the time. Moved into this house, down below here. How long ago? 3-4 years. Did not really have a stable home in between. Lived in a vacation house of my friend for a year. It was a COVID time. Even before, right, the COVID, I lived out of a mini office. Before that, I came back home to my family from Australia across America. I lived before that for 3 years in Australia, right? More than 3 years, 4-5 years in fact, right? And that was 10-12 years ago when this whole journey began. And 3-4 years even before this 10-12 year journey of mine, those were even harder days and years. Because, 14 or 15 years ago, I dropped out of school. I did not really know what I'm gonna do next in my life. I tried to start with entrepreneurship, local photography, work, business after high school, but I was wasting a lot of time at that time with my friends or so. Partying, did the marijuana, through which I was trying to shut down my conscious mind and really look into my soul or so, because I was able to emotionally connect to it or so and just feel myself and feel certain answers as well. While I was doing it all wrong, right, through drugs, I was accessing my true self, and I was always looking for that key, for the spirit within me, for the soul, and for higher purpose. That key, which I found then, was the truth. One day I really collapsed, that time 14 years ago, really collapsed. I accidentally took like a pill, like a sugar cube drug that someone gave me, not accidentally, right? Everyone said, oh, that's a fun kind of mini cube, makes you feel happy and so on, right? That day I broke down. I was like, hey, what is happening, right? What's going on? Why I wasted the money? I'm spending money on marijuana, and I'm living alone. I dropped out of school. I disappointed my family. All of these kind of sorts of things, right? What's going on? And why I'm doing this to myself, to my soul? I completely broke down, and I saw that spark within me, within my soul, right? And it was the truth. It was, I'll be honest, I'm Catholic. I've always been. I'm happy that I was, baptized when I was young, child and so on. But I saw that spark, that Jesus' truth within me. And from that time onwards, I knew that that's the whole truth. You don't need to accept this knowledge from me right now. I'm talking this out so my story is documented, because I'm gonna give you some more nuggets of what I'm going through and what's happening in my life, right? If you really want to know me a bit or so, I'm opening the book right now, right? And from that time onwards, I made an ultimate decision that I am gonna rebuild my life no matter what. I'll tell you that. it took me 1 or 2 years at that time to recover a bit. I found a job, worked from home, I stopped marijuana and stuff, hanging out with friends. I stopped doing all of those things, and I rather tried to go to that next stage of my life, right? And so I left my home country, Slovenia. I saved a little money. I went to Australia. I tried to figure out who I really am there in Australia, right? I did the car wash job for 6 months because I needed some cash to pay the bills and really stay there. I applied then for a student visa for 2-3 years, so I was able to stay in Australia. I found a job then in a wedding industry, photography, filmmaking for a local business, family business. I did that. Through that job of photography, filmmaking, I became a really good filmmaker, photographer, of course, but I also learned how to speak English, how to interact with people, how to lead, how to be a real good photographer. And I learned that photography is not something that I always want to do forever. That's what I learned, right? Kind of, because you always need to do the work for the other person, for the clients, right? But I came across entrepreneurship with that. I started studying entrepreneurial stuff, building websites. I'm not gonna go into whole thing, right? But I started learning about marketing and sales, and I even got local 3 clients in Sydney in Australia who I needed to build a website for. And I started learning about digital marketing and building, doing email list building and ads and all of how getting clients online works, right? So I got into that a bit while still doing photography and filmmaking, and that's where I became in love with entrepreneurship. But at that time, I also set my life goal. I knew that I want to build an empire, and I'm gonna call it Premium Life. I fell in love with network marketing as well at that time. I was studying a lot of network marketing, MLM, right? Referring people, in distributing the product, being paid commissions, whatever, right? I'm not gonna go into the whole thing, but at that time, I also set my life goals that I'm gonna build this Premium Life project, Premium Life empire. Premium Life is living a lifestyle by your own choice, by your own design. I came up with this idea at that time, and I really didn't know what the product of it will be, how I'm gonna move forward with the whole thing. I was still doing photography, filmmaking, entrepreneurship, and so on. But at that time, I created something called a success program. I studied the book, Napoleon Hill's book, Laws of Success, and out of it I extracted some kind of success principles, and I put them into a mini program. I don't remember those principles yet too much, but they were based on the mindset, networking, aligning yourself with other people, choosing your end goal that you're gonna work toward and achieve that, and so on, right? I wanted to sell that program for, I don't know, per month, $29 a month or whatever. And I did not know at all where I'm gonna get clients for it, or who's gonna even pay for mindset training, and so on. So I was never able to make that program sold, right? And I was not really successful myself yet, that other people will be like, oh, you are a rich man, I'll pay you, I'll be in your whatever. I don't know. I just did not know the game enough, right? So I'm telling you this because at that time I decided that I'm gonna have complete control over my life one day, and I stuck with that idea for a real long time now. And then let me move next now. What happened then, right? I left Australia. I left that job. I came back home, lived with my parents. Then I was like lost again, like. You know, I thought that I'm somebody, I thought that I know some stuff, but I'm back at square zero, right? Which is okay, because it was a learning lesson, right? Came back home, and then I already told you what happened next, right? I moved to my own office. I tried to start my local agency, kind of helping local businesses with content creation, you know, photography, filmmaking, websites, lead generation, ads. I got a few local clients. I also got around 10 or 15 weddings booked for myself from zero. I did that in 3-4 months. I actually started paying my bills almost like a full-time income here in Slovenia in 3-4 months. I knew some stuff. I knew marketing and sales. I knew that I need to pick up the phone and get clients. I knew how to get leads from. I knew some stuff. Corona came, COVID came, it hit us. I couldn't do weddings then. I couldn't locally interact with my clients for my local agency, right? So I went to live to my friends, now we are friends, right, to Nico's vacation house. I spent my Corona time there, right, for a year. And at that time, I made a decision, hey, I'm gonna build a new course. I'm gonna learn how to become a coach, how to create a course that I'm gonna be able to sell and get clients for. And I solely will do stuff from now on online. No more photography, websites building. Coaching is gonna be my key. In less than a year time, I figured out how to get clients for my coaching practice for myself. I really didn't know at that time what I'm gonna offer people online as a coach, but I created a plan of how I studied other people's stuff, how to get the first client online, right? How to create a course, decide on what you're gonna help other person with, and then how to get a client that's gonna pay you whatever per session or per 5 sessions per package, or even for a higher ticket 8 session or 12 session package, right? That they're gonna pay you. So what happened was I got my first client for $300, right? And what they paid me for was whatever I just learned, how to get the first client. So I got my first client by promising them and teaching them that I'm gonna teach them how they can get their first client. I just was one step ahead of that other person who paid me, and that's how I became a little kind of coach now. And I then got another client for 500, for 1K then, and that was talking about months, right? This was hard, to be honest. It was hard to get clients from zero. Nobody knows you, no social media, no audience, but I was making connections online, right? Facebook friend requests, Instagram followers requests, stuff like that, right? Building an email list, trying to figure things out, right? So you see, it started all with a mini commitment, and the commitment was at that time, I'm gonna become a full-time coach no matter what, right? And so then I leave my friend's house, vacation house, and I go live back home with my family for 2-3 months. I even go to Spain for 6 weeks. I got somebody to pay me a 5K high ticket for my coaching work, right? Which was combined with coaching plus building a website for that person and generating leads for them, right? But that was a 5K package that I once sold at that time. And I took that money and I used it for a 6-week travel to Spain because I needed to travel and kind of break through somehow. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to Spain, and while I'm traveling, I'm gonna keep getting new clients and being paid for this travel, whatever, right? I come back home, I needed to attend my brother's wedding, and my family then told me, hey, we have enough of seeing you not having a home, always you lived in an office, you went to that vacation house, then you went to Spain, and they told me you can't stay at home with us anymore. So my family then came up with a plan that they're gonna divide the inheritance amongst us 5 children already ahead of time. So they split the house into 3 apartments, which my sister and my other brother got. The other brother went to live with his now wife into different house. Another brother went to live with his girlfriend into a house. And I was like, where I'm gonna go next? My family said, hey, we're gonna get you with some kind of house, mini house, vacation house. Let's find one. And that's how we came across this vineyard vacation house down below. You can see it right now. I'll put a video footage over here so you can see. So I moved into this house 3 years ago or so, right? And I was able to start living on my own from here and building my online coaching practice and always keep getting new clients or whatever, right? I started playing my own game now. these 2-3 years of mine, they were hard. Even if it looks like, hey, I'm chill here, like I was living alone, and I was always guided by the upper guardians. I always kept going to the church. I stopped doing bigger mistakes in life long time ago. But nobody's perfect, right? So I kept learning, kept practicing, kept being committed. And the issue was that my that time program, which was my coaching, one-on-one coaching or so, I charged 2K for it or so. Or even, I was always coming up with new offers, right? And trying to really solidify my full-time income, which I was never able to do at that time, but I always received that next money, okay, in spikes from the clients that I was getting. Here is where I'm going, right? I needed to figure out something that's gonna be more consistent than always getting just this one-on-one clients that pay you 2K or 1K and so on, and you are living on a roller coaster earning money through this kind of spikes, right? So I then came across the idea 1.5 years ago that I would rather run a membership coaching program where I put people on monthly subscriptions, and I have a monthly recurring income now. So I launched my first membership at that time. I already recorded a few videos like this one explaining the journey of how I came up with my first membership and how I transitioned and so on. But I was teaching at first, as part of my first membership program, I was teaching a content client attraction method. I created a course of how to create social media content like this one and get clients come to you. And I came up with a $7 per month membership program. I got to 35 members and so on, and then I saw that they're not that committed on $7 per month, so I needed to increase the price. So I increased my price to $49 a month. And then I increased my price to $97 a month, and I was challenged with where to host my program, how to charge people monthly fee, okay, of course via Stripe and so on, but everyone was then in a Facebook group as part of my membership program. Yes, they were coming to weekly Zoom calls and so on, and I came across the app called School then, right? School, I use it now to host my membership program. It's an app that you can have with all in one place: course, community, group coaching calls, and it charges your members monthly fees, right? So this app came into my life 1.5 years ago, and I was like, by the way, before I used School, I already started teaching others how to create their own membership programs, right? So you see, I always kind of teach whatever I have just learned because it's better than teaching the previous thing, right? And so on. So then when I came across the app School, I started teaching others. I kept teaching others how to create their own programs, of course, charge monthly subscriptions to their members. But I told them, hey, use School as well because it's simple to use. And I put a bunch of 25, 30 people on School that they used it for their own membership programs, to host their own programs, right? And School gives me a $40 per month commission from each person. So I climbed even beside of my income with my own membership, which I got to 20 some members paying me $97 a month, right, a year ago or so. I had that income, but I also had an affiliate income of School, which is it was $1,200 a month, and it still is around 1K a month because a few people fell off and so on, and I've not been pushing for the past 4 months. I'll explain you why. I was building this house here, this wooden house. I needed some time on my own, and I'll explain you why I've not been pushing that much. But this recurring income just stayed here for me. It keeps providing me, right? But I'm gonna also tell you now where I'm going next and what I'm gonna launch now next. What's that next stage and step for my life and my program, right? So here is the thing. We are leaving this silence in this video, okay? I'll tell you that. By the way, I learned something very important in this past week as well. What to do in life when you get stuck. And I learned, why I say that is because, I was for 5 days now at the Salsa Festival event, and I got stuck quite a few times, and I really didn't know what my next move was, because I don't know how to dance salsa. It's hard to learn, I think, right? I mean, I kind of know a little more now. I'll explain you this whole story. But when someone gets stuck in life and you don't know what's your next step, I learned that you need to slow down at first. Just slow freaking down. And I learned a technique called express gratitude of how far you have come already. Slow down and express gratitude and appreciate how far you have already come. Because if you do that, you start appreciating your current moment, and then the next door opens on its own. Inspiration has space to come and enter, right? So anytime I get stuck, I remind myself that. By the way, I'm gonna loop back to this idea later, where I'm gonna explain you what I teach in my program, my members, my coaching clients, who sometimes often get stuck with their membership coaching practice growth, right? So that's now a method, right? When you get stuck, first express gratitude of how far you have come, and then simply remind yourself of what is that thing that usually moves the needle. And I'll loop back to this, right? But anyway, when you express gratitude, you open the portal of more inspiration to be able to come, and so let's express gratitude right now, first of all, of how far we all have come. For example, yes, my membership program growth for the last 4 months has been just here, and it's not been going up. I'll explain you why. But I have built this house as well on top of the hill where I'm sitting right now. And do you feel how chill area this is? By the way, even this is not closed yet. Like, we need big windows. It's gonna be cold and freezing in winter time. We need to close the whole back area here, right? We need to close this whole thing. We need wood, the walls. We need to finish the roof. We need to also build here another mini area for sit down. There is so much more. We need to connect electricity to the whole thing. We need to build stairs that are not built behind me here, whatever, right? So a lot of more stuff needs to be done here. But I need to express gratitude. Hey, I am sitting up here now after 4 or 5 months of build-up. Right? I did this all by myself. That floor, that chair, and this chair here next to me, the table. I'm sitting on a mini deck up here, right on the floor. Don't worry, happy flooring, okay? And so on. So look, I'm looping back to the whole journey right now, right? 5-6 months ago, I think, I started vlogging my journey of life, of what's happening next. My vlog is called How I'm Going to Hundreds of Members Paying Me in my membership program. And I'm around 25 plus affiliate income that I have, right? So I do have a full-time income from what I'm doing, right? And I started this vlog 5 months ago of how I'm growing my membership program. At the same time, I started documenting how I'm building this wooden house on top of the hill, because these two things will go hand in hand. Doing the membership growth work and doing construction work, because 6-7 months ago I needed something to do in my life through which I can relax as well. I've done a lot of sports, boxing, this and that, training every day, fitness. I like to listen to music. I like to, watch podcasts or whatever, right? And I got burnt out with my online membership program growth, so I was like, I need something that's gonna relax me and so on. And I found the idea of learning how to do construction absolutely satisfying. The problem is that 1 week ago I finished this floor, and in the past 4 months I have built this whole house, right? More vlog material videos are coming out in the next few days. I'm behind 3 vlog videos of how I'm building this house. I've not been able to edit them yet. They're on my computer. I'm gonna put them up further more. So, by the way, this video here right now is a little spoiler alert, like sneak peek into how far I've come, even if you've not seen this on my channel right now yet, right? But yeah, so the problem is that I started building this house. Took me now 3-4 months. I slowed down with doing my membership program growth activities a bit. I slowed down with that. So I was not signing a lot of new members, I just kept working with the existing ones. But you see the power of membership income. Monthly payments are receiving them from your members, and even if you can have some affiliate income, I'll tell you about how you can also get some affiliate passive income coming into you, even through me, by the way. Let's leave that for later, right? If you are a life coach, by the way, and you're gonna create your own membership program, and you sign with me, and you're gonna be inside of my community, later on I'll tell you. If you know any other life coaches or any other coaches who could also build membership programs for recurring income, if you just introduce their names to me, I'll explain you in the future how. I give 40% per month income to you lifetime if you just gave me a name of someone who could benefit of my stuff. So if my membership program is, I'm changing the price now from 97 to 79, so it's gonna be cheaper, I'll explain you why later. I give you 40% of 79, that's around $35 per month, that you would just be getting because you gave me a name or so. Find the info under my videos about this collab win-win situation. And look around as well, just explore. Imagine having a affiliate income for doing what? For introducing somebody to someone? Anyway, look around, right? So where were we? I think I was saying that I got burnt out now in the last 4 months of doing both my membership program growth activities, because life down there in the mini house that I live in I'm alone, so sometimes gets quite boring, no excitement, no interactions with local people a lot. I'll tell I'll tell you what happened next then, okay? And I was building this construction house on top of the hill, which also I was doing it all on my own. So my life got boring, all right? In the last, a week ago, something happened. I'll tell you what. A week ago also I finished this floor of this house, and I was like, okay, what's next? I don't want to put the walls up yet, look how beautiful it is to enjoy, I need to finish this floor there, and I need to do all sorts of things right here, but I'm tired a little bit of construction work now, right? While I have a huge desire to continue with my membership program growth. So I was praying, meditating on, and asking myself of what's next. And while I was doing construction, I was already improving and redesigning my new program, right? You always need to keep improving your course to always have a better version of it that creates results to other people faster, and it's better, and so on. So while I was doing this construction for the last 4 months, I already updated my course that I teach now, and I'm finalizing this course right now because I'm launching a new idea of my membership. Of course, the members that are already in, everything stays the same. It's just that we want to double, triple the revenue through the mini new approach, which I'm gonna talk about now, right? So my updated version, let's talk about this first, which is boring, but I need to say it anyway, right? My updated version of my course now is, hey, number 1, create a membership program offer for which you can charge recurring monthly subscriptions, host it on school, have a course, have weekly group coaching calls, let people pay you $79 a month or so, right? Be able to accept a member for that. Number 2, or so, maybe that's included in the number 1, host your membership program on school, because school is easy, it's gonna handle it all on its own, and you can accept your members automatically paying you that monthly fee, right? So host it all on school. Second, number 2 is, okay, sign now 10 people paying you. That's key here. How to sign 10 people paying you so you can have now 1K per month recurring income, for example, right? And I teach the whole process of how you can sign the first 10 people paying you, right? There is a whole course lessons on that. We'll not cover that right now. Number 3, when you sign some people paying you, get them really results. So you collect testimonials, case studies, and you can share those with everyone else. But at the same time, number 3, ask your existing members, identify out of those a few who gonna give you more names. So you can ask your members, hey, write down anyone who you know of and give me those names. And then you can give via the school app a commission to that person who gave you more names. Right, and now if those new names sign with you into your program, now your members are making a little income through you, through the school app, through the affiliate stuff, and now your members are finding and referring to you more members, and everyone is supporting one another because everyone wants to stay, keep being paid and keep growing and so on. Your membership is now growing from inside out, right, by word of mouth, right? So that's my point. Now I teach these 3 steps, and that's the new update of what I teach. So I help someone get them with a recurring monthly income while their program now grows by word of mouth as well. So that's a full circle. I'm not gonna go into this, but I'm gonna record today or so a video masterclass. It's a 5-minute video that teaches this more in depth. Find the link down below if I already put it there, right? Or otherwise come back next week, watch my next YouTube videos. I'll put the link there, or I'll put it in my YouTube channel bio. Okay, doesn't matter. Just look around and take action anyway, right? Subscribe, do this, do that, do research, who I am, what I do, find my school, join us, whatever, So if I teach this now, I was like, okay, how do I really make it simple? And so on, right? I broke these 3 steps into 10 steps as well. But I currently had a free school community where I was giving all my course materials for free in my free school. And some people, because my goal is, for example, right, someone comes in, they do the first step, second step, and so on, and they open their school community via my link, because I make $40 per month, right, from affiliate stuff. And whoever does that, I really help them, support them, right? So that's why my stuff was all for free. And then I subscribe someone also into my 79 now. It used to be 97 a month program, so I can guide them, coach them even faster, better. I give them some other tools. So that's how I make money, even if I give away stuff for free, okay? So trust me, there is a plan behind the whole thing. But I was like, there is something still missing. I can make this better. I decided that I'm gonna shut down my free school for some time, and I'm gonna rather charge people up front, and I'm gonna put a $17 per month price on my mini membership, right? So I came up with a whole bunch of new plan this past week or 2 of my new launch. So I'm launching now a $17 per month program where everyone's going to be able to go through my 10 steps. 10 steps are related to the 3 steps that I told you about before, right? So someone can sign their first 10 people paying them and have recurring blah blah blah, and word of mouth, how to put referral marketing in place so you can grow from inside out. I broke down that stuff into 10 steps, so it's more like milestones achievable. 10 steps is easier than 3 big steps, right? So anyway, I teach these 10 steps now in my new $17 per month program. I have a plan of how I'm gonna get people to the email list, YouTube channel, email list, free workshop class, into my $17 a month. So that is a whole sales plan, and word of mouth is gonna be getting a lot of people into my $17 per month program. And anyone who invites a person into my $17 per month program, right, you get, I'm just checking if we are still recording, you get 40% from me, right? So I am making around my $17 per month. There is an affiliate system around that as well. And then from $17 a month, I upsell people into getting $40 per month from them if they use school and so on. And then I upsell everyone into my $79 a month membership program, so they are officially as part of my coaching membership experience and so on. So I do make money here with this model. But a year will be now that everyone inside my program in my community will want to be referring more people into the whole thing. Because I'm gonna urge everyone, hey, who do you know? Who else do you know? Let's build a community around the whole thing, right? So my goal with this new model that I came up with is gonna be to really go to my 100 members in my membership program, and everyone really happy, everyone really successful, and I'm gonna be paying out affiliate commissions to some of them who will be working as part of with me as part of my leadership group community as well. Right? So look, my program now is extensive, it's complicated, and that's why I needed so much of peace and time to look into my soul and come out with clarity of steps. I'm trying to heavily connect with universe, with the God, which has appeared a lot in this past week in my life and in the previous few weeks and so on, right? But you know, God is not a real being, right? You can't talk to him really like, hey, how are you and stuff, but it works from behind of scenes. But you can sense that energy, it's possible, which I am sensing it right now, because certain things, patterns, principles occurring around me, they just happen on their own and stuff. I mean, I'm like freaking, I'm guided, I'm definitely guided, right? And I'm safe around the whole thing. I just need to keep following, keep whatever. I can't go into this right now, but this whole thing is plan, the head, the soul's signature is planned ahead, and so on. Why I'm going into this, you will know why soon, now in this video. So I came up with this whole new system of my program. There was a missing piece still, because I didn't really, last week, I tried to already go and launch it, write the course out, record the course videos. I couldn't, I got burnt out of this construction work here. I got burnt out of thinking about writing the course. I was already sitting here on this chair last week a lot and trying to write my course out, and so I can record it and launch this new $17 per month new membership program. I was trying to do it. Sunday last week, it was 6 days ago. Evening comes, it was Saturday, I'm sorry, so exactly 1 week ago, this time. This is now a whole new thing that I'm gonna tell you, right? So remember, I was looking a week ago for a solution, for an insight of what's missing, why I'm always getting burnt out, why I'm not enjoying my experience, and so on. So listen now the whole story. This is key story of what happened 7 days ago, right? By the way, you need to understand that I went to then this past week. I was for 5 days at the Salsa Festival in Croatia. I lived in my camp there, camp of my parents, right? Let's get slowly into it now, right? So it was 6 and 7. By the way, and then I'm gonna conclude this story with a dream that I had this past night, right? That gave me a whole answer to the whole thing, right? So let's get into it. I'm double checking if we are still recording, because I don't want to not record what I'm gonna say next, right? So, number one, Saturday last week, 10 p.m. in the evening, me, tired, don't really know how I'm gonna enjoy my next 2 hours of watching YouTube, watching TV. It was dark, it was nighttime already. I somehow Google on the internet like, hey, is there any local events right now, like a club, like a disco, like party, whatever. I find an event in Zagreb, Croatia, which is 55 minutes away from my home, and I saw a salsa Latino bachata party night club. I was like, I'm definitely not going there. I don't know how to dance. I really want to know how to dance, and so on. But I was like, will I stay home in this depression right now, doing nothing, watching TV, or will I just gather the courage and just step out and go on my own into a club? So I take a nap because I was tired. I take a 10-minute nap. In my nap I was like, freaking, I'm waking up right now, I'm going. I get my clothes on, I freaking go. Take my car, have a little wine before I left to relax and so on. I come to the club. I gather the courage in front of the club. I go down into the club. Not a lot of people yet. I buy myself a beer. I sit on the side drinking my beer, and I observe, and I see quite a few people dancing already, salsa, this and that. And I'm like, hey, I gotta make a move. I see a woman there, and I approach her and I tell her, hey, do you know how to dance salsa? And she says, yeah, I know, but I don't know how to teach you. I was like, okay, you know what, I'm just asking, right? And she was like, but I know someone that here that could teach you, or you could sign for classes later on. And so she stands up and she goes and she finds two women, beautiful women, and she brings them over. And she tells them that I'm the guy who wants to learn salsa. So I talk to the first woman, and she is like, I can't teach you this and that, but you can sign with classes beginning in October or whatever, and so on. But then the other woman there, the friend of hers, was Slovenian, same nationality as I am, right? And I went then to talk to that one, and she was like, I actually could show you some salsa right now. So we stand up, she teaches me for 20 minutes some basic salsa moves and bachata moves, and we do the first session with her, a quick break, and while I'm having this break with her, I try to go and ask a different woman in the club to dance salsa with. Luckily, this other woman was a beginner a lot like me, and we just dance and try to dance those moves that I just learned with the other woman, right? But I recognize how hard it is to dance if you don't know the basics, if you don't know the moves of salsa. And I also learned that sometimes it's not about the rules as well, but it's more about enjoyment. Because this other person, the beginner, says to me, hey, you know what, enjoy anyway, let's have some fun, you know what I mean? Like, we don't need to know the moves. Just have some fun, she says. I'm like, okay, so it's both. Have fun, but yes, some fundamentals, rules and learnings and so on. I'll look back to the whole thing later, right? So, but it was impossible to dance salsa if you don't know how to do the whole thing. So I stopped dancing with this woman, and I go back to the other woman she was sitting there, luckily, the Slovenian person or so. And I'm like, hey, I just danced with the other person, and I told her, now, how hard it is to dance if you don't know the basics of salsa. It's very hard, right? And I asked this woman now for a phone number, the Slovenian person, because I didn't really want to lose a contact in case, later I can get back in touch and maybe show my skills that I learned now, right? And so on. So my point now, I tell her, hey, let's go do another 20-minute session. And she goes with me and she teaches me the next moves, right? We dance again with this person. And then she's like, look, I can't keep teaching you. The club is getting busier right now. I really want to go and dance with those who really know how to dance. Off she goes. I let her go. She goes and enjoys herself now. And I ask two more women to dance with me. The first one rejects me. I say, hey, you want to dance? She says yes. And then I tell her, but I don't know the salsa. And she says, no, then I can't dance with you. If you don't know how to dance salsa, I can't dance with you. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I find another woman. I ask her for a session. And she dances. Okay, that's a woman who dances with me. And she doesn't care if I don't know how to dance salsa. And she dances with me now. And she's different. She's a darker skin, so she's more not really Latino. She was whatever, right? I don't know, but she loved to just dance and have fun, all right, and stuff like that. And she appreciated my dance as well. And then I go to a different woman, and we try to dance, but she's like, look, you don't really know how to dance salsa. I really want to dance salsa. I can't teach you. I'm sorry, we can't keep dancing or whatever. After this, I was tired of this idea that I don't know how to dance and blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm done here today. I look around and I leave the club. No worries. I left the club, went home, came back home 2 a.m., whatever. Then the next day happens on Sunday. I walk down to the bus station here in my village where I usually go for my morning walk, and my friend messages me with the idea that there is a salsa, we talk on the phone, right, but there is a salsa festival in Croatia starting now on Monday, which was like tomorrow. If today was Sunday, Monday is the next day. I'm like, really? And I was like, what if I go now to the festival, because they offered workshop classes, and I learned how to dance salsa. So later maybe I can message that woman who taught me the basic steps, back and I can tell her, hey, I learned how to dance salsa, let's make some moves again, right? I want to show you what I learned, right? So I'm like, in few hours I decided that I'm gonna go and travel now to Croatia, just take my car and go. And at the same time, for the past 3 months, me and my parents and my brothers and sister, we were building, we have a little campsite in Croatia where we have a mini camper van now. Can't go into this whole story, but we prepared that in these past 3 months, and I was like, hey, and by the way, my father just the previous week told me, hey, I can come and sleep there if I want to relax next to the ocean, right? And I was like, okay, cool, the dots connect. I can go and sleep in a camper van, while every day I go and attend the workshop classes of salsa there, and it's only 1 hour of drive difference, right? So all just the dots got connected. And I didn't really know why I'm going to this Salsa Festival. I kind of knew I just want to learn how to dance. That was why I went there. I want to learn, right? Anyway, I can't explain this whole journey, but I come to the campsite. Next day on Monday, I go to the workshop sessions. So we had 2-3 hours of workshop sessions first. Then in between you have a break, and in the evening there is a 4-5 hour from 10 p.m. to 4-5 a.m. That's even more, right? You can just it's a club, it's a party, salsa party. You can dance with anyone, you can do whatever, right? So through the whole experience, I tried to learn salsa, and it's overwhelming if you don't really know how to dance. But I gave my best. I attended the classes, I was practicing on my own, even like dancing around on my own very often. I picked a few partners to practice. I met a few friends, few women there, who also taught me privately how to dance, right? So that was cool. And I learned a bit, but of course not enough to really go with the flow and so on. So here is the secret sauce that happened. Because I really couldn't always dance with a partner, with just anyone, because I still didn't really know how to, because it's quite hard. But I practiced on my own. And while I was practicing and dancing on my own, just on my own in the club, I learned the most important key element of life, kind of. The key element was, can you enjoy yourself first, before you can enjoy yourself with someone else and so on. Why I'm saying this is because I honestly, dancing by myself, learned how to enjoy dancing on my own. Just listen to the music and freaking go whichever the passion takes you, just freaking go, move, dance, enjoy, listen to the music. Don't worry, I learned that. I don't know why it was important that I learned how to dance on my own. And I did not know at that time, but tonight I had a dream, right? I'll get to this dream now soon. So I kept dancing on my own. I attended the clubs, the parties, danced with all of these women. I learned the skills. I was frustrated most often. Most of the time I was quite frustrated, I'll be honest with you, because I wanted to progress and learn more and be faster with the whole experience. And you can't learn in 2 days how to really well dance. So I was a bit frustrated. Oh, I can't really learn. I don't have that feeling in me to really dance with someone else, salsa and so on. Now here is the catch. Almost the last day of those 4 days I was there, the third day, I was walking to my car. Before I started walking to my car, I attended the pool party, I danced on my own, but I was like, look, is your priority right now to master salsa, or is your priority to go back home and get your membership coaching program to 100 members? I was like, you're right, I can't invest more my time into mastering salsa right now. I rather need to go back home and figure out how I'm gonna do the work and grow to hundreds of members to get to my 7, 10, 12k per month recurring income, right? So I came with that recognition on that spot when everyone is doing pool party, enjoying so much, hey, a lot of fun, and I was like, okay, cool, but let me go home now. I walk to my car and I write down a few key steps, those 10 steps, I improved them. Guess what the first step was? It came through inspiration. The first step of the 10 steps is not create your membership offer. It is, in fact, design a lifestyle by your own choice. Commit that you're gonna become a full-time online coach, but not just that. Create a system in your daily routine through which you can do both. Enjoy yourself while you're doing the work that moves the needle passionately. So the answer that I came this past week was, can you enjoy yourself? Because if you can't enjoy yourself and be happy every day and do the work that moves the needle passionately, you're never gonna grow. You're gonna burn out. That was the recognition that I had this past week then. It came to me in this dream past night. Up to this morning, I did not know the answer why I went to the salsa event. I thought that I'm going there to master salsa dancing. That's why, and then I was still frustrated. So, I wrote those new 10 steps out already on the go 3 days ago. While I was there, right, at the whole event journey. I come now home yesterday and so on. I came home and I kind of enjoyed myself already a bit more. And yesterday I even worked on improving my course, and I was getting ready for this new launch that's gonna happen today, tomorrow, to record the course. And then I have a dream. I had a dream this past night and I woke up in the midst of the dream. And by the way, before I had the dream, my friend last 3 days ago told me that, let's say, the universe, the God, the inspiration comes through to a lot of people through the dream, and they just have an idea and then they implement it. So someone said this 3 days ago, and it happened to me in the dream. In the dream tonight, I really connected with my soul's enjoyment. I felt so good and relaxed in the dream. And in the dream, I was explaining someone else. I was explaining someone else how the universe or the God built everything. It's built all on principles, and you can apply certain principles from one category of life into a different category. In my case, in my example, you can apply principles from dancing salsa into, let's say, the principles of building an online business, online coaching program. So I was explaining this to someone else. I don't know what's going on. How did I know? In the middle of the dream, I wake up and I'm like, whoa. I did not go to dance salsa to learn how to dance salsa, but I went there to learn how to enjoy myself. And if I learned that principle there, this principle is the key to my program growth now, here. Wait, I was like, whoa, I need to write this down, I need to teach it to everyone else. Can you do the work on a daily basis passionately and enjoy yourself while you are creating content, social media marketing, talking to new people, signing new members, coaching your members? Can you enjoy yourself? Have you made a commitment that you're gonna prioritize enjoying yourself and then do the work passionately, right? Does that make sense? I wrote it down. And I put as my first step in my 10-step program now, hey, design your life, daily life, in a way that, yes, you can have a routine for doing the work, you can be disciplined, but also, can you do it all passionately? Can you prioritize happiness, fulfillment, passion, fun, and always when you get burnt out, slow down and do something fun so you get back on the track. And even when you do the work, do it passionately, do it for fun, because you really want to do it for fun, because you enjoy to do it. Don't create social media content because you have to do it because you really enjoy doing it. I'm enjoying this video recording now and so on, and promoting my program and so on, and signing, talking to new members. From now on, I enjoy it, right? I need to enjoy doing this construction work further. Otherwise, don't even do it, right? Slow down a bit. So, the whole lesson came to me this past night. I don't even want to keep learning salsa if I don't enjoy it, which I do enjoy it, right? I even have a Cuban friend who we were friends long time ago with, and I need to invite this person and go with that person for a salsa party because he's a Cuban. We go together, no worries, right? Another friend who was my childhood friend, right, who was even meeting me in Croatia this past week, he told me, hey, you progressed with your dancing skills a lot. You're actually doing great. Why are you so hard on yourself? Right, and so on. And this same friend appreciated when I showed him this view of how much I built this construction house up here. And my other friend as well, I showed them this construction progress. Everyone was like, wow, you're doing so well. Why are you so hard on yourself? Enjoy more. And I was like, I don't know how to enjoy more if I have such a big goal and so much more work needs to be done. But my solution now is I will never be able to get there if I don't know how to enjoy myself. So I learned this past week that I need to enjoy myself and move the body. Don't just do boxing, which is like pam 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 and push-ups, hard. Do freaking dancing. Relax, feel the way, be, enjoy music. Just sit for 30 minutes, like right now, and listen to the nature, to the sound of silence. Whatever, you get my point, right? But do you see the full picture? I mean, I kind of do. Now I'm going into this next launch phase of launching my $17 per month program, and my bigger $79 a month membership needs to be expanded, and my school affiliate needs to be expanded, right? All of the 3 payment levels of mine need to grow. So I came up with a new course. It's 10-step course that I am teaching to other members. It's an improved version. My journey right now in my vlogs here is that when I'm launching my $17 a month new program, I actually go through my own 10-step course and I implement those 10 steps. So my next YouTube video is gonna come out now soon of how I went through my own course and I launched my new membership program in 2, 3, 4 weeks time, and I signed so many members. So I came up with this idea as well. And the key is that I implement each and every step of my 10 steps. And number 1 step is, hey, design your day through which you're gonna be able to do the work, but do it passionately, and you can have a lot of fun. And in my first step, I also teach what to do when you get stuck, right? And I think the matter of what to do when you get stuck is like, hey, slow down first, embrace yourself, express gratitude of how far you have come, but then do something fun first, and then remind yourself of what moves the needle, and go back to your work, passionate work, right? So anyway, so much to teach, so much to say, so much to do. I'll slow down now for a bit, but I really am happy that I was able to record this 1-hour YouTube video, share it with you, and let's leave it all on this high note. Expect more from me. I'm vlogging the whole journey. Connect with me, subscribe, join my email list, join my school, hang around, let's support one another, and let's build life together, okay? Let's build premium life together. Premium life is a word that signifies live a lifestyle by your own choice, by your own design, and live it freely while you are achieving your goals and manifesting your desires. And you are doing the work that you love, and you are building a lifestyle by your own choice design. You're shaping your destiny, right? And so on. So much more to cover. I'll see ya in the next ones. Say in the comments any kind of questions, comments that you had about listening to this video, or about my life journey, or anything, okay? Tell me that you watched this video. See ya.